All right, Dr. Billinghurst, here's a question for us. Can your products help with yeast infections, itching, or allergies in dogs?
Well, once again, every one of these issues is in many ways diet related. And in many ways, it relates to a diet that is deficient in so many different areas. And once again, as I've said, so many cases with all sorts of health problems, what we need is better nutrition. One of the most important parts we can add to better nutrition is Gussy's gut products, because the fermented foods that are produced, well, when I say we produce, well, they're actually produced by nature, by the bacteria, by the microorganisms, some of microorganisms such as archaea and other things that are in the foods naturally, that then ferment the foods and produce these wonderful things called postbiotics, together with the prebiotics, the fibers, all this material that's part of nature. This is a healthy part of food, or a healthy component of the foods our dogs require for maximum health. And part of that, of course, is to guard against problems such as yeast infection, this bad response to certain items in foods causing itching or other things in the environment, so-called allergies. So the short answer is yes. These are going to help with all of these types of problems. Gussy's gut products are part of a program that's going to lead to your dog being a lot healthier. And of course, anybody who knows me knows that the base of that program for me is raw foods. And these products are part of what I call the poo substitutes, which sit at the top of the pyramid of foods that I recommend. So they're only a tiny part, but they are a vital part of that healthy food program. So again, I'm trying to emphasize the fact that the answer to the question, very simply, is yes. And of course, always with your vet's blessing and permission.
Yeah, and I'll add to that yes, and I would say that if you have a serious, true yeast infection, if you have a serious, true allergy, and I say true because some people are self-diagnosing, they're going on message boards, they're going in comments on social media, and they're assuming that they have these issues. We see this all the time. They go to an amazing holistic vet. The holistic vet says, that's not your issue. This is your issue. So please have an open mind about that. But I would say if these are really serious issues for you, any of these three, yeast, itching, allergies, that what Dr. Billinghurst said is absolutely true. You're welcome to try our products. I'm not here to sell you a product. I want your dog to be healthy. The only purpose for my company is to get dogs healthier and living longer, better lives. That's all that's in the back of my mind when I'm talking to anybody. And what I think is, if you really don't have a good diet in place, and you're not confident, or you're feeding kibble, ultra processed pet foods, please get a hold of a really great vet. Whatever you spend in a vet consult will pay dividends 3 to 10 times in return. I promise you, because it'll set you on a clear path and a strategy on how to think about this thing you either think or that is yeast, why you think your dog is itching, or why you think your dog has allergies. I'd also encourage you to look at other things that, for allergies, for example, there's Chinese herbs, and you can look at, amazing veterinarians that have dedicated most of their career to that whole study. And Dr. Steve Marsden is a fantastic vet you can Google. The point is that a great holistic vet will open your world and your worldview and start really looking and asking you, what are you feeding? What is the age of your dog? What is the health history of your dog? What is the lifestyle of your dog? And so you can maybe, in that interrogation, in that question and answer session for an hour with an amazing veterinarian, you might uncover something that's either happening in your home or happening in your pet's environment or in your pet's past that's causing this. So we do not sell a cure to anything with Gussy's Gut. So when somebody says, will your pets, will your product help with X, Y, and Z? My knee-jerk reaction is say, please no. It's just, we're not here to cure something except nutrient deficiency. We want to cause just a tremendous valuable amount of nutrition to happen in every single bowl that you feed your dog and cat. So I think that the answer is a little bit deeper than just looking at a product to be your solution. Please seek really good quality advice and get a really good direction. So, because Dr. Billinghurst, we talk to folks some folks are just, you've talked to these folks, they're at their wits' end, and they think that they've tried all these things, or they've unfortunately let the public guide them in their pet's treatment history, like I say, in comments and message boards and Facebook groups and all this stuff. And so they feel like they've been flung around like a rag doll. If that's you, please, the first thing you should do is get on with a great holistic vet. We have a list we can provide you. They'll do a Zoom phone call with you, telehealth. So I don't care where you live in the world. The vet can be in America and you can be in Japan. It doesn't matter. So we can hook you up with that. We make nothing on that. We do it as a complete courtesy to anybody who comes to our website, whether you're a customer or not. So any parting words on that, Dr. B?
Oh, absolutely. Very simply, note the question, can your products help with yeast, itching, or allergies? The answer is yes, but they're not the solution. They're not the whole solution. Now, the vast majority, and I'm now speaking from my own experience, of pets with these products, the vast majority are being fed a processed pet food diet or some component, usually most, is processed pet food and usually dry. So a long way towards the solution to this problem, and I sort of intimated it when I spoke about the poo substitutes being at the top of the pyramid of. I think I spoke about that.
Yeah, we'll show the pyramid here.
Yeah. Is to feed a whole raw food diet. Now that's going to take you so much along the road. Now, of course, there just may be specific components in the best of produced, the best of produced, or the best product, raw food product. There may be specific components to which your dog actually has some sort of allergy. And this is where you need to speak to a holistic or a vet or a nutritionist trained in raw feeding. And Rob can point you to these people who will help you to discern or decide if that is a problem. But for the most part, just simply changing your dog to a properly balanced raw whole food diet, including these important poo substitutes, is going to go most of the way towards healing your dog. That's a personal perspective. But the answer to your question, can these products help? Most definitely, and particularly if they are part of that whole raw food program.